Hello, and welcome to the Association of University Research Parks 2020 International Conference. I'm Kevin Byrne, President and CEO of the University Financing Foundation and former President of AURP. This year, I'm serving as the Chair of the Conference Committee. As you can tell, this year our conference is virtual as we continue to manage the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. More than anything, we'd like to have been in person in Salt Lake so we could be together with each one of you to share ideas, resources, and fellowship. For those of you who are attending your first AURP conference, welcome. And know that this association is one of the closest knit groups you can be associated with. We value our relationships and most importantly, our time together. Even though we're physically separate today, please take advantage of the networking opportunities that exist on a daily basis, whether they're end-of-day happy hours or networking breaks during the day. You'll get the most out of this event by actively participating both in the sessions and the networking. To the veterans that are with us, welcome back and know how important you are to the evolving ecosystem both in your parks and within the association. We need you to be actively engaged this week to foster new relationships with new members to help build the future of AURP. As we're all experiencing, innovation communities by any name are driving the global pandemic recovery, and we need everyone to dig in with us as we shape the future. AURP and our members are change makers. We are leading communities of innovation in uncertainty. We are the tip of the spear for our anchor university, healthcare organization, community, or government institution. As a leader in the research park industry, you have a great responsibility, and this conference will provide much needed information and support as you drive change in your community. This week, we encourage you to engage and question. So thanks for joining us for the 2020 AURP International Conference, Changemakers, Leading Communities of Innovation in Uncertainty. I like data, and thanks to our friends at Techonomy Partners, we have data that I'll use to kick the conference off. In 2013, we commissioned Techonomy to study North American research parks. This was one of the first comprehensive studies of research parks, and it revealed the significant value that these communities provide. Techonomy took the time period 2007 to 2012 and studied the inputs and outputs at research parks. The findings were expected by those with us in the industry, but amazed by those outside the industry with less interaction. During that time period, 2007 to 2012, the world experienced severe economic disruption, but we found that research parks created jobs even as the overall economy declined. We found that research parks were being developed because there was demand when no other physical development was occurring. And we found that new companies were being formed and surviving. In 2018, we commissioned Techonomy Partners to revisit the study of research parks. And out of this study, I'll share some new data with you to encourage you as I welcome you to the conference. We experienced 23% job growth at research parks during that time period compared to 8% job growth in the economy. 75% of the startups within university research parks survived compared to 49% in the general economy. And 75% of our parks added facilities and new parks have been created. Plus billions of dollars of investment in outside funding from both the private and the public sector has occurred within these research parks. Parks are a means to create dynamic clusters that accelerate economic growth and international competitiveness, and this data supports that assertion. Now to the conference. As a numbers guy, let me kick off the conference this way. The number 30. Over 30 different sessions headlined by Steve Case, Dr. Darian Pollard, Donald Thompson, Jessica Rose Cooper, Maurice Jones, and Bio CEO Dr. Michelle McMurray Heath. The number 8. 8 awards of excellence spread throughout the days of programming. You'll hear about innovative parks and startup companies and rising stars. The number 5. 5 days of programming, Monday through Friday, November 2 through November 6. And finally, the number 1, the most important number, that's you. You are the reason why we're here this week. You need to take advantage of everything there is to offer, and we wish you the best as you learn from research park leaders and industry leaders across the country. Have a great conference.